Hey guys, Cookie38 here, and we're back with more Star Wars Age of Rebellion. So we've got no Adam, who we found out is in the hospital. Well,
No, he's not in hospital. He's at home.
okay, but he's
dead.
he's
I killed him.
I think yes.
She admits it.
Ah, you little vixen. I believe we call you a femme fatale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, right? So yeah, we've got no Adam, and we've got no Andy, who's suffering from a lack of sleep. So he's exhausted, so he'll be in bed now. But we have everyone else. So for once, everyone's in a different fucking place because there's no Andy hogging the top left. So in the top left today is actually Will in his bright ass room. Yeah, normally your bottom left.
I'll disappear soon enough, don't you?
And then in the bottom left today is Michael.
Hello.
And then in the top center is Danielle.
Hi.
And then center bottom is Connor.
Hello.
And then in the top right above me is Jacob.
Hello.
I thought I saw Jesse then to your right, but no, that's...
Yeah.
Is that... it is Jesse! Okay. I couldn't remember. Right, so, right, recap. What did you do last week?
Recon.
Yes.
Looked at some pirates. Yeah.
Let some personnel be killed. Oh,
Yep.
yes, I need to...
It's fine.
Not fine. They were people.
Probably
with families.
Probably with family, yeah. Possibly. Right. And there was no combat for once. And the other thing was that because of what you've decided to do this session, that royally kind of like messed with what I had planned, and I've had to quickly kind of throw together something. Yeah, so I actually need to find the fucking maps again. Shit. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Okay, so, we're going to... we are going to start things off. Ooh, is it not? Oh shit, I just realised I fucked up with something. Sorry, hang on.
A little hamster thing. Whatever it is.
Oh!
Oh.
Someone was sort of hoping it would bite her.
Wow. Fine.
Just a teeny bit.
Harsh, Michael. Harsh.
It's a tiny thing. It wouldn't hurt her that bad.
I see my neck, blood starts spurting out.
Wow,
It
Mike.
won't hurt her.
Wow. What a cunt. Fucking Mike. God damn.
Feels her.
Yeah. Right, sorry. So, I realised I kind of cocked up with something. I quickly fixed it. So, we left off. You just started heading up into space, to go back to do your, frankly, as much as it kind of annoys me that you're doing something different to what I had planned, I've got to admit it's a smart ass fucking plan that you've got. Kind of stealth into the hangar, drop your stealth systems, and just go pew 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 pew. And just fuck up all their starfighters.
Galaxy brain over here.
Fair enough.
Fel came up with the idea, not you.
Well, don't say anything. Michael, repeat what you just said, please.
Fel came up with the idea, not Will.
It fills in my head.
Practically the same person.
I'm still not giving him credit.
I mean, it's like
One's
you
male
know.
and one's female though.
Yeah.
I
You
did
don't
say
look anything like her.
I did say practically.
Well, it does have long hair.
I did say practically.
Dang. She did also keep us awake all night.
Damn straight.
That's not a good thing.
We had a very good time. Didn't you, Callum?
I don't remember.
We were all rolling about, and then stuff happened.
Undisclosed fade to black is what happened.
Right. Also,
I mean-
sorry, just real quick. Sorry. I've
Next time
noticed.
Adam's in the game, I'm definitely telling him that we all had an orgy.
Aye. Right. Just real quick. Sorry, I've just noticed that Rolo, you've got some strain. If you wanna, and Talon has some wounds. You would have fully healed by now. So can you just kind of put them back down to 0?
Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. Those wounds came from last night.
No, I don't. No, I don't think it was
Sorry.
because. I don't think it was because of the orgy you had. I think it was from. I think it was from the Wampers. It was from the Wampers, and we just kind of forgot about it.
Oh yeah.
No, it was me.
It
Yeah,
was.
that's what we call her
It
now.
was. It was from. To be fair, Phil's crotch did go in Talon's face. So maybe the wounds are from like a ginormous nosebleed.
Yeah. Could be.
And I'm not sure about Rolo strain. Clearly, he was trying to stretch something. What the hell was that? Just you.
It was
panicking.
hamster falling down my top.
Right. So yeah. So like I said, you've gone to space. You're going through the asteroid field. Your stealth system's on. There's a Venator. Along, you can see the armed transport thing, like the armed freighter roaming around again, but you also see that there are I'm on the wrong thing, like an idiot. Yep, you also see there's one of them and 3 of them also roaming around. So it looks like a squadron of their starfighters are out and about.
Okay. Hmm.
Any deviation from your plan, or
I shouldn't think so. Anybody?
No.
I kind of don't want to be revealed.
No, you go.
okie doke. Right, so
Thank you.
yep, you get to the open hangar bay. It is well, open, and yeah, so because you never actually went into it last time, so I don't think you're entirely sure what's there, but essentially there are, as you fly down, a bunch of, well, ships like the ones that you've seen, but there is also, as you can see, one of these things. And I'll enlarge
Cute.
this so you can see it. One of those. Which, Rolo, you know is an Arc 170.
Yep, of course.
Yeah.
Too bad it's about to be blown the fuck up.
Yeah, why? Not mention it.
Fair enough.
I mean, if we're in the hangar, we pew,
Yeah,
pew,
yeah.
pew, pew,
Now,
pew.
one thing real quick as well, sorry, is that there does seem to be some kind of deflector shields up. Well, I say deflector shields, but it's more kind of, something to protect the hangar's bays from, because they've only got one working, but working at the moment. Well, 1 or 2 working at the moment. But they're protected from the vacuum of space. You guys would know that those are also designed to stop, laser fire, cannon fire from going in. So you'll have to actually physically enter the hangar, before you can start going pew pew pew.
Well, onwards. Surely.
Okay, so and I should also point out that are a bunch of people around. They haven't really spotted you yet. However, as you lower your stealth systems, as you're entering the hangar, it's a bit obvious when all of a sudden, what you'd imagine like the calm of not that much noise. All of a sudden, we just hear like engines roaring above them. They look up and they just see you guys. just in time for you guys in tandem to go pew 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 and absolutely demolish these guys. Do I actually have any? Hang on.
Nice.
I just had that, so I was like, fuck it, I will use it. I'm probably never going to get to use it again. I don't have an explosion, which is quite sad, but whatever. It's fine. But yeah, you guys just start...
Back in just a second.
Alright, cool. You guys just start absolutely blowing up all these. You would probably say, at a guess, that there are... at least the ones that are in here... Because I've actually got fucking numbers for this shit. I just need to fucking find them. There are only one of the ARC 170, 3 of these, and 12 of those. And they've all just gone kaboom because of you guys. With the nearby pirates obviously getting caught in the blast and getting utterly murdered as well. So yeah, there's a lot of fire and wreckage around, but yeah, your landing is basically clear now.
Wait. I forgot what the rest of the plan was.
Land in there and take the gun battery.
Oh, okay. All right,
Land in there, take the battery room for like the giant gun that was fired in your general direction, and then use it against these larger ships. So I'm just gonna get rid of that one because that doesn't matter anymore because that's fucking gone. Yeah, well, I was saying that there was one ARC 170, 3 V-wings, these things, and 12 uglies, tie wings, that were destroyed, and what seemed like pretty much all their pilots.
I don't think we got a count on how many they had, though, did we? I think we settled on maybe 50.
Maybe.
I don't think we actually counted any.
No,
We just guessed.
No, you've got no idea. You've got no idea how many pirates there are, but, I mean, you've just destroyed 16 starfighters. They've got another 4 out there and 2 ships. And they probably have some guys in here, so you'd guess the estimate probably isn't too far off in the grand scheme of things. Could I have everyone make me, as you're landing, get out your cockpits, make a quick perception check at difficulty 2, please? So, Talon and Fell, you guys, you're too focused on the mission to notice. Rolo, you kind of are as well. There are bodies around, but you don't bother counting them. You do a very quick count and actually realise that there were 16 starfighters that were blown up and 15 dead bodies that look like... There's a load of dead bodies around, but there's 15 dead bodies that look like pilots. Because there was some, like, maintenance people around and shit as well, like mechanics. But 15 pilots are dead and 16 starfighters destroyed, so 1 is missing.
Hey guys, I think someone's alive.
As in, like, us?
What?
I mean, yeah, we're
Well,
alive.
I'm alive.
I mean, we could be alive. I mean, you're blue, so you could be cold and like get frostbite. But someone else who was knows is alive. Like, there's like 16 ships, but there's only 15 guys dead. Like,
Got a point.
So there could be another guy like clinging onto our ship or killing us.
No. Right, well, you have a look round.
Floating around the hangar.
I mean, all the bodies in here that you find are dead. They are dead. It's quite possible that this last pilot wasn't actually in the hangar bay at the time. For whatever reason, you're not sure why.
He's on to us.
He is us.
Well, he's not getting off the ship now.
Yeah, is there any other way off these ships? We might get an
Only that
escape
way,
pod.
I suppose.
I mean,
Where's he gonna go?
Okay, everyone make sure they lock their ships, or whatever you do with them.
Do ships
Take
have
your keys.
batteries?
Remember
Like,
to take your keys.
yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
Passcode accepted. But no. You do actually know that docked to the exterior of this ship is that larger, like cruiser.
Yeah.
You and I should just point out because it seems like the intercom system is working. You hear over the intercoms. We have intruders on board. Security forces, get ready to defend the bridge.
Yeah, we're also not heading to the bridge. I don't think.
I mean,
are we?
they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, I
I
was
think maybe we
checking
can turn
for
this
that.
gun on the bridge and just fucking. Boom.
Yeah, excellent. Do we know the way to the gun batter?
No,
Maybe.
no, you don't.
Does Rolo not know? Rolo knows, right?
No, Rolo
The
doesn't.
layout of the
Kind
ship.
of check
You
that
know
out.
about clone shit, right?
Yeah, I do.
I
Well,
mean,
remember that real quick.
Lead the way.
right. I mean, let's just look at your skills. I mean, I should.
Coordination.
I should. No, I should.
No.
It's some kind of knowledge skill, but I'm not. Probably knowledge warfare. But I would like to point out he's got an intelligence of 1 and no ranks in it. So
Yeah.
yeah, and unfortunately, you've never been on one of these things before. You know of it, but you've never been on one. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be a bit harsh and say that
Right.
it's gonna be like just off the top of your head thinking about where to go for difficulty.
I mean,
Wait.
can I help him with my knowledge of warfare and like the fact that I've been some kinds of Star Destroyers?
This is
You know, triangle-shaped ships.
We
I'll-
have successfully made our way to one gun battery already.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a different kind of ship, but like
That
in a
was-
general, he's got Clone Wars shit. I've got other shit.
I'll let him have a boost for it. But that's
Okay.
all I can do. Yeah, so it's
Do it for difficulty, please.
yeah, for difficulty. This is where he's gonna just fucking ace it. I'm like, well, fuck. Apparently, you know
What was
everything.
that? Warfare.
Warfare, please.
All black.
No.
Not
You
quite.
have no fucking clue. Like you are. To use a phrase, you are marking out a bit because you're on board a Venator class Star Destroyer. It's like, oh my god, I've always wanted to be on one of these. I wonder what loot's gonna be on here. You're a bit preoccupied.
Right.
But he's sure that he is on this ship, though. We do know that much.
This is the bad thing because without both Adam and Andy, your computer experts are not here.
Oh yeah.
Do not forget, I can infiltrate to some extent.
But
Okay.
you have
we'll
it.
create a gun barrier then. Go do it.
Are you any good with computers or?
I have a tick in computers. I have a career, but no rank.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you guys going to find your way to the battery? Now, you know just from the layout, just from where the battery is on the ship, kind of like towards the bridge side of things, on what would be the right-hand side of the ship. So as you've come in, it would be kind of like that kind of way for you. Kind of like towards your right and a bit to the left. But you don't know exactly where it is.
I'll just head in that direction, unless anyone else knows a way of finding it.
Seems like our best course of action for now.
I mean, how many ways can there be to go in the ship that's half destroyed?
Well, that's kind of the worry. Just walking into an empty void.
The issue as well is that okay, it's just is that you don't know which areas of the ship are vacuum and which are not. So you could very well jam open a door, and then get sucked out into the vacuum of space. Because now, I suppose here's the question: are you keeping your pilot suits on? Because they are vacuum proof, but they don't offer any protection. It's either those, or you can technically put on your actual armors. Now that you're out of Hoth, you'd have to probably put on the adaptive armor again when you wake up for your way back to the planet. But you could technically, if you wanted to spend a little bit of time, put on your actual armors. But then you would have no vacuum protection.
Are we still in the room with all the dead bodies?
Yes.
Can I go over to a dead body and see if they'll like have a map? But they've been sort of like marked off because they want the written copy of the ship, and it's like, oh, that's not a good place to go. Cross it off. Can I go over and do that?
It's not a terrible idea, honestly. They are just pirates.
Right.
Yeah, X marks the spot, but you don't want to go there.
That's a lot of X's then. Right, hang on. Let me. What do you have?
Turn the mission into a treasure hunt.
Make me a skullduggery check at 2 difficulty with a boost on the dark side.
Can I help with this?
Yes. So have a boost on your side and upgrade the bad side for me. 2 difficulty upgrade on bad side, but you get a boost. To see whether you can find something on one of their bodies. Right. So you have a look. Now it's not a map that you find. I'm gonna say that right. It's not a map, but you do find on one of the mechanics' body, on like the technician's bodies, password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
I found passwords! You can hear the
Right.
password. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. No 10, just 9.
Very complex. We should hand this over to our computer experts.
Oh wait.
I think they're having a nap.
Yeah. Yeah. Just for the sake of story, really, Kuta and Niku will just guard the starfighters. Without going with you guys. I mean, you've got the password, so you can just try and access the system with it.
Yeah.
Let's
do that.
access a system with the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 password.
Right. There is like a terminal in here that you can use, and sure enough, that password works like a charm.
We did it, guys!
We're so good at this.
Oh my god, we're pros!
Jeez. All right. So and then
Does the computer have a map?
Does it have a printer we can print out?
It's not necessarily like a map per se, but it's like you can like have a look at like this, a schematic of the ship, and it will tell you like what areas are damaged, and you'll be able to plot a route using this to get to the ship battery.
Can I write all this down in my notebook, then make a map?
If you want.
Yes!
Right,
I'll
and so I'm just gonna ask again: are you guys going in your actual armor? Your
So
actual
this
like
schematic shows us the damaged areas of the ship, doesn't it?
yes, and like what areas have been vented into space, basically.
Then I guess I go in my normal armor.
Yeah.
Same.
Cool. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Rolo. I should just point out that these guys, because they had some equipment.
Oh damn! I didn't even consider.
I mean, if some of them have some equipment, and you're right by your starfighters, so it's easy enough to move. So there are, and you might want to make note of this.
Yep.
3 vibro axes.
Yep, right.
Then. Oh fuck! How many? This is gonna be a lot. Hang on. 12. There are 15 vibro knives. And finally, 15 heavy blaster pistols. Three of the guys just had an axe of them. There was another 15 people who dead cops in there now with a knife and a gun. Cool. So, I'm assuming you guys, after Uma's drawn her map, are just going to be making your way over to
the gun. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So you make your way over there, and you hear over the intercom once again. Right, set up defenses on the bridge. Do not let them get to our command console. Boss, what? You're still broadcasting. I mean, everyone go to the engine room. Defend that instead of the bridge.
Not gonna make a deception roll?
No, it's obvious that he's trying to deceive you.
I mean, the engine room is going to be abandoned now.
Well, no. I mean, the engine room is practically non-existent. That was some of the damaged
Was it
area.
blown up?
Pretty much.
Oh,
the
okay.
engine, the main engines were non-existent. Pretty much.
Well, it's completely abandoned.
Oh, yes.
Right. So after that, you make your way over to you make your way over to the battery room. Now, Jacob, I'm just going to use the same one as last time. I'm going to use the ones that the new ones that you did for like, a different ship. Alright. So that's where you guys are. There's a battery room there. And yeah,
No one in here.
I'm in here.
I mean,
Is there any enemies in here?
there are two giant crates in the room, but make me a perception check.
Don't stab them.
Make
Whatever you do, don't stab them.
Why not?
make me.
Who knows what's
Around
inside?
last time.
Are you guys saying talk a bit loud
What's
in
difficult,
character here?
No.
Right.
Difficulty?
Right.
Did you
Can I
say?
have everyone make a perception check at 2 difficulty, please? 2. So just... Okay, so Azana, you don't hear anything. You're fine. As far as you're concerned, this room is deserted. There's no one in here. Rolo and Talon, you're pretty sure you hear something and then realise it's just and then you're pretty sure amongst your noise you hear some voices coming from a bit further into the room.
I hear people.
That aren't us.
But it's not me. But I'm not loud, so it's fine. And I don't talk.
Sneaky. Go check it out then.
Let's go ninja.
Cool. So make me a stealth check, same difficulty, please.
Ninja.
Yeah, that is good. So you get to about there, you sneak in boxes, and you see a couple of people. Actually, no. So I suppose they'd actually probably both be at the same one because only one of the batteries would be working. And rather than a battery, this just more looks like, almost like a control console to like control like the big gun above, rather than being like the gun itself. So yeah, there's two guys standing there, and I tell you what, 50 and below, 51 and up.
Above.
Above?
Uh,
You forgot to put your communicator on the silent setting, and it now goes off. Havoque Squad, this is Joe Rican. Have you started your mission yet? And they got two guys turn around like, what? What? Intruders! I'm going to ask everyone to now roll me some initiative.
Yay, thanks a lot, Captain.
Everyone,
Okay, they can pay for it.
I want everyone to make vigilance checks.
We died, it's your fault.
Do we do this for the setback thing? Well?
No, do not do it with the setback.
It's okay.
Mine was blank anyway.
That's fine. No, so this is one of the checks that you don't technically have the setback for, so just remember to put it back on. Jesus. Right, so, PC slot first. Who wants to go first? Don't all jump at once.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my skill. Because I've got some new ones.
Oh, I didn't do no leveling up.
Right.
I don't know.
Am I right?
Knife them.
I mean, I say it might be worth going first, because she can just run in and shank a bitch. Are you using your knife or your sword, by the way?
Sword.
Sword. Your sword.
Sword in it. I hope the team comes, and helps me out.
Right, so, well, who wants to go first?
Can I sword him?
Yep, go ahead. You can go sword that guy.
2 difficulty.
2 difficulty, yes, please.
That's nice. Sword.
So you what's your brawn?
Where do I find it again?
Hang on.
Just above your skills.
Oh yeah, I just clicked 2.
2, so that's 4, 5 minus 2. Okay, so it's more of a glancing hit than anything else. But you do wound them slightly, but they're still alive. And for the setback, this guy is going to be able to perform a free maneuver to move the fuck away from you. Like clutching his wound as he runs off. Next.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll move down to the edge of this
Okay.
and fire at this guy.
Okay.
And I will trim.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's medium difficulty, so 2 difficulty, please.
Okay. So it's an upgrade and two upgrades and a boost. And then another boost. Oh, hang on.
See,
I need to
so
read this.
How many boosts?
Because I get a boost against a target that's not yet acted this encounter. and he hasn't really acted with.
Technically not. Yeah, you go ahead. You're gonna kill him regardless. I mean,
Don't know about that. Two,
I mean, the amount of dice you fucking roll. Oh look, he's dead.
Oh, right.
Is not
Okay.
a big surprise. Yep, he's dead. Alright. Next.
Oh wow, he was 4 yellows now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I suppose it depends. Sorry, Jacob, what do you want to spend the 4 on? The 4 advantages.
Oh, 4 advantages. I'll give the next ally a boost.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1.
Yeah.
I'll recover 1 strain,
Okay.
and I'll give Talon a boost.
Taylor the boost. Okay, who's going next?
I can go next.
Okay.
How far can I move?
You can pretty much move up to maximum, probably about there-ish, like center of those boxes. You might, actually, if you come down this way, you could get visual on them, but you would not be in cover or anything like that.
I mean, it's one guy, but they shoot next.
I mean, you did see that guy go knife his friend. So
Yeah.
maybe he won't shoot you.
That'll be fine. I can take a hit. I say no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can take a hit.
can I hit him from there?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, once again, I'm going to say that is going to count as medium, just. So, I'm going to say 2 difficulty for you.
Okay. I get a boost die.
You do
because he has
get a
an
boost
active,
die,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, I get another one. Cool.
Wait, you get a
no.
boost die if they haven't acted yet?
Add boost, yeah, to combat checks against targets that have not yet acted this encounter.
Oh, shit,
Where's
alright.
everyone getting this one from?
I've just gone through my bounty hunter tree trying to get the thing at the end, which gives me a plus to one of my
Yeah,
stat boosts.
Yeah.
So I have a lot.
that's pretty much what Jacob did with his sharpshooter, I think. He got some things that he wanted, but got down to dedication. That's why he's rolling 5 dice. So yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and take the shot. Boop, 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 boop. Oh wow. Now
Correct with that, right?
you can spend 3 to crit just to kill them, huh?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Boop. Yep.
Is that what a gun sounds like?
Boop. Pretty much. So yeah, that's those 2 dead. They are dead. Not a big surprise. And Rolo, since you're the only one who took strain, just make me a cool or discipline check. 0 difficulty without the setback.
Cool or discipline.
Yeah, actually, no. Oh, I was about to say have the setback, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter regardless because you put the boost on there, but again, didn't matter regardless. You get your straight back.
Right.
Yes, I just realised you probably should have kept your setback on there.
We probably should have kept one of these guys alive.
Why?
Then he could have showed us around the place without like accidentally opening a door to the vacuum of space.
No.
Well, we got a map, we got a schematic.
Oh, we got a map, yeah.
Yep,
True.
yeah. Wanted to see whether one of them had a map. Instead of a map, they had the password to the system, so you were able to just use the system to find out, and then drew a map of it. So,
Cool.
but yeah, so you guys now have the battery.
Yay. Anyone know how to use it?
Probably you, Talon, and Rolo are probably the best ones.
What kind of... Is it not like...
Rolo will
Piloting.
probably want to do.
It's gunnery.
It's a big gun, isn't it?
It's gunnery rather than ranged heavy.
I am gunnery.
It'll be you have gunnery. How many dice do you roll? Huh? What's
I
your agility?
roll- My agility is 3,
Right.
and I have a rank in it, so...
Right. So you roll 2 green, 1 yellow. Talon would roll 4 green, and
3 green, 1 yellow.
3 green. What 3 green, 1 yellow? You got a gunnery?
Yeah, I put a rank in it.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, 3 green, 1 yellow, and then Rolo I think just has no ranks
Just
and it's
5 green.
5 green. But then obviously with the sharpshooters, they can do their true aim thing to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing for like these like stationary weapons kind of situations. They're actually technically the better ones to do it, just because they roll more dice. It's kind of stupid that way, but you know. So it just depends whether you want the 1 extra dice of Rolo or the guarantee or the 1 extra yellow of Talon.
You can take that if you want.
Do you not want to? I know you like Venator stuff. Whatever. Clone Wars.
Quite interesting fire, isn't it?
If Rolo wants it, Rolo can shoot it.
I'll take it.
Fair enough. Right, so the next question is, what are you shooting? That is not a target yet. It hasn't...
I've got to just make sure that someone watches the door to make sure no one comes to attack us.
Yeah, it's alright. Just someone can watch the door.
I will watch the door then.
There's no issue. Right, so Talon, you're going to go watch the door. That's fine. So, Rolo, what are you shooting? There's one of them. Oh, yeah, sorry, Rolo, you get another 2 vibro knives and 2 heavy blaster pistols. And yeah, sorry, so there's 1 V-Wing, 3 TIE Wings, and the armed freighter, which is currently flying around. You haven't seen this thing flying around yet.
I'll fire at the big freighter.
The big freighter. Okay, so this is where I need to look some stuff up because this is going to be stupid. And I just realised I haven't got fight things open like a fucking cock. Oh, I can easily find this section again. That's fine. Because I'm pretty sure there's no Venator thing on here. Right. Right, so I'm gonna save the Venator Silhouette 8 for the sake of argument. Because it's just probably a little... I think it's just a technical... Actually, do we have a fucking chart on here? Which shows it? No.
I don't know if the Venator was on it.
I don't think the Venator is, which is a shame. That would have helped a lot. But yeah, no. So, I'll say it's the same silhouette as a Star Destroyer, so 8. And you're shooting at a silhouette 4. Sorry, because again, it works out differently to hit for starships. So I need to find the bloody chart. Here it is. So, oh shit! All right, this it could go poorly. So, so you're shooting at this thing, which is Silhouette 4, with your Silhouette 8, with a giant turbo laser, which I'll have to grab the stats of in a bit. But obviously, it is using gunnery, so you can aim and true aim in subsequent turns, so you don't take strain. That's fine. The difficulty is 5.
Alright.
I will double check, but yes, firing vessel has a silhouette 4 or more points larger than target ship. Formidable, 5 difficulty.
Is this an encounter or is it something different?
I'm not.
Because it hasn't acted.
That is true. It hasn't acted. I will give you that bonus, because you are getting them by surprise. So, alongside the boost from the aim, and then the boost of the upgrades for true aim, you get the boost for that thing, and I'm going to give you 1 additional boost because you're catching them unawares.
So 4 boosts, 2 upgrade.
Yes. 4 boosts, 2 upgrades, and I need to... does this thing have shields? It does, but because you are hitting it and it does affect it, I'll do it against the weaker side. So I need you to add a setback die into this as well.
Okay. And that's it?
I'm just gonna double check, but I believe that is it.
Hello. Wrong fuse.
Oh shit. Lightsaber.
Yeah. Okay.
I can use your
Yeah,
clutches
Jay.
like they're
Jay. That's it.
terrified.
That's it. That's it. You can make. That's it. You can make the roll.
Hey.
Well,
That's
fuck.
a lot of dice to get a lot of black.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Still a success, guys. Let's look at the good side.
Alright, so that's that. So you've hit it. It's a heavy turbo laser, so it's 11 damage base with crit of 3. So you're not going to get any crit on it. However, breach 4. So it goes through 4 of its armor. Remove one of the setback die for now. And just put it back on if you end up firing again. So that is 11. Alright, so it just goes straight damage. So that is... it is taken a massive hit, but it is still just about flying around. Now, one last thing with the turbo laser. It has slow firing 2, which means that technically for 2 combat rounds, you can't fire it, basically.
Oh.
It's kind of like the process of reloading and letting the heat die down.
Right.
Is there another gun anywhere?
I'll say that there is, but it's one of the smaller guns.
You could just run over to that one and shoot it, and then run back to that one, and then while they're reloading.
Or someone else could get on it instead of Rolo just running.
Can I
We're just
stack?
sat there drinking tea or something.
Just like,
But, guys,
you're doing great, Rolo.
guys,
Can I
sorry.
stack normal aim? More than one.
You can, yes.
Okay.
However, I should just point out you can't get more than 2 boost die from aim, and that includes true aim. So there's actually not much point. Oh fuck. Oops, sorry. I think my connection just took a bit of a shit. Essentially, so like I said, sorry, only 2 boost die max from aiming, which includes true aim. And so, for you, Rolo, and you, Talon, there is no point doing aim and then aim again. Unless you're,
Right.
like, deliberately holding it for multiple rounds. But even then, you just aim and keep aiming. And then you true aim right to the end before you fire a shot.
Alright.
But
It's
yes...
nice and even.
But yes, there does seem to be another weapon here. You're not sure what... Another control panel here, but you're not sure what it controls, but there's another control panel here.
Well, someone can hop on that if they want.
I mean, Talon's looking out the door to make sure there's no one else coming. By the way, over the
I
intercom...
don't really have a gunnery.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I should just mention, over the intercom, you do all hear... what the fuck was that? but I think it came from the main gun. We have to get down there now. Now, and you, get communications online. Sir,
No.
sir, they can still hear you. Ugh, doesn't matter now.
Well, we've got on
Oh, sorry, not sir, sorry, boss, so they can still hear you. That's more appropriate for pirates, I think.
Cool.
Right, so who wants to hop on the second one, if anyone?
I do not have gunnery. Anybody with
Well, that
gunnery?
Azana was that's what she's gone.
Ah.
Someone else want to watch the door and I'll run over to it?
Yep.
Alright, fine. Alright, go ahead, Taylor, with your aim and true aim and such.
What difficulty is it?
It'd be fine. And because the element of surprise is now gone, you add 2 additional setback rather than just 1. And you don't get the boost die for the surprise anymore.
So I've got 3 setbacks now.
Yes. 2 of them are because of their shields, so...
You can always use a light side point.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
I
you've
can't
got...
kill civilians down here.
I mean, you've got to, if you want to use a light side point, you have to say that you're doing it before the roll. You can't do it prematurely afterwards.
No, I meant I'll just see how the shot goes.
Right.
And
Right.
if we need it later, we'll do it later.
Right, cool. So, yeah, you do hit. And the weapon you were using was a heavy laser cannon. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Now this is not anywhere near as powerful as a turbo laser. It's mainly designed for like starfighters and light ships, admittedly, but it can't get through its armor like the turbo laser can. However, so you do some damage, but it's not as much as you thought. Now for those 3, and I'm not entirely sure what I can do with them. What the... Oh. I wonder... Fucking just a noise was made, and it was Origin going, oh yeah, the game that you're downloading can be played now, but it's still downloading. Right, I'm going to use the 3 disadvantages, the threats, to have the light cruiser here pop up and notice which guns are being fired, which section of the ship.
Lovely.
So that's that. Now, sorry, just to ask, sorry, Taylor, when you aimed and true aimed, did you... Oh, and sorry, Rolo, technically I didn't let you use your advantages, that was my bad. But yeah, sorry, so when you aimed and true aimed, did you do it on the same turn?
Yes, so.
Right, give yourself 2 strain then.
2 strain?
Yeah, because you did 2 maneuvers. Alright, so, because of that...
I want to aim and then wait around.
Aim at what? This thing, or...
The same big ship. Is that still there?
It looks pretty heavily damaged, but it is still there.
Okay.
So yeah, that is there. That's fine, so you aim at that. It starts kind of like coming around and coming towards you. This, like I said, pops around the corner. And it looks like the Starfighter wing is also going to try and come after you. So I'm going to just, so you know kind of what's out there, let's just put another couple. There we go. There you are. So that's what's coming after you now. And this is going to get a shot off in your direction. And they're going to use their light turbo laser to attempt to shoot you. And I fucked up because I didn't put any negatives on there, but they missed anyway. That was my bad. I am sorry. Just out of interest, sorry. Just to check, make sure that it works right. Okay, good. I can put the difficulty on this thing and it's fine. Right, that's fine. So yeah. So they fire a shot. It does hit the predator, but it misses you guys. It misses the section that you guys are the weapon is at, where you guys are in. So the next round comes around. Your turbo laser is ready to fire, and Talon can fire his smaller gun as well.
Okay,
You
well,
shoot at the bridge, any?
can we see the bridge? Where we are?
I think we should take out these vessels first, don't we? No?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I don't think we can even see the bridge.
No.
Honestly,
Well, the bridge is probably like where the gun is, like just above us, isn't it?
it's pretty high up. You could
I don't know
definitely
what end of the ship.
you could definitely shoot basically like the support that like the bridge is on. But you probably couldn't hit the actual bridge itself. That's too high up, I'm afraid. But yeah, so who wants to shoot their gun first?
I will. So I will true aim the same thing as before.
Okie doke. Once again, it'll be 2 additional setback rather than 1, and you don't get the boost die for surprise anymore.
Okay. Am I alright to use a light side for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Cool. So you upgrade it
So
another
does that
time.
add an upgrade? Alright, that's it.
Unfortunately, you do miss the shots. I mean, a lot of blanks again, but you do get 4 advantages to use, which is, I mean, it's to use a different table, but it's the same kind of stuff. So you know, it's things like add a setback to their next piloting or gunnery check, add a boost to any allied character's next piloting, gunnery, computers.
Yeah, I was wondering about the weak spot. If I could spot a weak spot on it.
To be honest, there isn't really a particular weak spot, but it looks pretty damaged anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, so you can add a boost to any character's next one and to the next characters, which I don't know, both will be Talon, I imagine.
Yeah, I'll add a boost to Talon and the next character.
Okay, so that's yours firing again, and then are you shooting at the same one, Talon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I do damage to it last time?
You did. Are you aiming and true aiming again?
Yes.
So you get 4 boost die, the 2 additional setbacks, and then the 2 upgrades that what 2 upgrades that you get?
Yeah.
And then obviously just remember afterwards, after the shot, to increase your stress by 2. Or strain, sorry, I keep calling it stress.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you also missed.
Wow.
It is a very small target.
Wow.
We're not even fighting the fighters yet.
You
Yeah.
guys have done this before.
I've done it before. Kill 2 civilians.
No, yep. Of course.
Right, so, Talon, you are going to, actually no, not Talon. Rolo, you are going to suffer an additional setback on your next turn. And that's going to be it. So, these ships are going to open fire. The larger ship, once again, is going to attempt, and this time I'll remember to put the difficulty there, which is, because it is Silhouette 5. The thing it's shooting at is Silhouette 8. Yeah, it's 1 difficulty for them. But it's much harder for them to get through the armor and things. So yeah, they're going to open fire. And they're going to miss. Of course they are. So the main ship once again hits just another portion. Not you guys. The smaller armed transport is fairly close. They are going to fire once again 1 difficulty. They're going to fire their concussion missile launcher, and they're going to hit. Which I tell you what, Talon and Rolo, number yourselves 1 to 2.
2.
1.
Alright, now Talon, 50 and below, 51 and up.
Up.
Okay, so the concussion missile launcher does get through the armor. of the Venator, causing some damage. However, it does still just about miss the turret that you were using, so it's still functional. You actually missed right for once. And then the to be honest, the fighters can't really do shit. The armor on the turrets is just too much for them. They try, they even get some hits on it, but the armor on the turrets is just too much. So they end up just kind of veering off and kind of flying around. So the next round, the turbo laser for the next 2 rounds is out of things. So it's just Talon's gun. It's just Talon's weapon. Sorry, so just real quick, sorry, who's watching the door?
Tis I.
Alright, make me a perception check, please, at 3 difficulty.
Oh, we should.
Always clear.
We're all good back here.
Always
Do
clear.
your thing, guys. You do your thing.
Always clear. No issues. By the way, what are and Azana doing?
I mean, I've got nothing else to do. I'd probably be watching the door.
Right. So the thing to keep in mind is that sorry, just I'll quickly mention. You did hear over the intercoms that they're trying to get the communications back online as you speak. Well, as you fire it away.
I can't do anything about that, really.
Oh, try and fight it. You know, that password that we found.
Okay, so
Sure, I'll help us.
okay, so yeah, you
Pressing buttons.
I mean, to be fair, it was that got you inside the correct shipyards, so
Yeah.
the computers people failed. So yeah, you enter the password into another console in the room. You get into the system, and what are you trying to do exactly?
I can't remember what it's from, but have we seen that thing where like someone's like trying to hack into something, get something back online, the other person always presses like access denied? I just want to keep pressing deny. I'm like, guys is like, yes, I've now got the consoles. Fuck! Not again.
So basically, you want to hack into their console to try and stop them from being able to get communications online.
Yeah.
Okay, make
Just wanna
a
keep pressing access
computer.
denied.
Yeah, please make a computers check at 3 difficulty, but you get a boost die because of Azana offering moral support, I guess.
Get a few buttons.
Yeah, Azana's like, no,
Two people,
this
one
one.
keyboard hack.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Woo.
you don't seem to have got access to their system. However, you don't think
I think they changed the password.
Well, no.
Try swordfish.
Well, no. You're still in their system, but you failed to kind of hack into their console. However, you don't think that they detected the hack. So you think you're good to try again next round. So, Talon now.
Yay. Guess I'm going to shoot.
Yep, so again, if you're aiming and true aiming in the same turn, take 2 strain, keep an eye on what it is. So you should be about 6 now.
Yep.
And yeah, again, 5 difficulty.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look! Oh my god.
Guys.
What are with these rolls?
Yeah, unfortunately,
I can recover a strain this time though. Oh no, I can give a boost to the next person.
which will be you.
Oh, deflected.
Which will be you, because again, Rolo, with the gun that he's using, has to wait another round for it to...
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. So once again, the fighters have just broken off. The arm transport is the arm transport can't do shit because concussion missiles. Oh, and technically, I have been fucking up. I fucked up ever so slightly in that I accidentally used the same dorsal mounted turbo laser on this thing, but it's slow firing one, so we wouldn't be able to. However, there are 2 on each side, so I could technically get away with it, so I'll just try and remember that. But yeah, so this thing is going to attempt to shoot at you once again. This time it is going to hit. Now, Rolo and Talon, are you guys keeping the same 1 and 2 number as before?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Talon, 50 and below, 51 and up.
Up.
Okay, so this time, the shot from this turbo laser pierces the Venator's hull once again. Doesn't do too much damage to the Venator itself, however, it does completely destroy the turret that you were using.
Oh.
Oh.
Now,
What?
now you could still
Does
probably
that hurt
access.
me?
No, it doesn't hurt you, but that's what's happened. You could probably still access other turrets, or maybe you could maybe attempt to get another one of the larger ones online, like try and divert some of the power to it. That would require computers though, which I know you guys aren't the best at. But anyway, so it's your guys' turn now. Fel, maybe a perception check again at 2 difficulty this time. And you only get this check because you got advantages in the last one. Right, so, I don't know. I mean, you swear that you hear something, but you've got no idea whether it's coming from inside the room or outside the room. It could be again, for all you know. Going.
When you say something? Really?
Right. That's right. Alright, so that's you. If you want to do the computers check again, you can.
Yeah. Same difficulty and stuff.
It's same as last time, same check as last time, yeah. Once again, exact same result. Once again, you have failed, but you don't think they've noticed. Talon,
Oh.
what are you going to do in your turn now?
I don't know. I might just go watch the door with him. I've only got like 2 green ones in the computers. It's not going to be enough, is it?
I've got 3 greening computers. Should we join a swap?
Yeah, we'll swap.
Alright, right, so Talon runs to the door to swap with Fel next round. Next round, Rolo, your turbo laser can be fired again.
Alright, good. I've got aims already.
Yep.
True aim. How many setbacks?
3. I'm assuming you start firing at the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy! Yep, so this time your shot does hit true, and there's just a giant explosion. And the arm transport is just gone. It's gone.
I did most of that damage.
Fuck off. However... Oh, sorry, you should have had an additional setback. It wouldn't have made a difference. So you're going to suffer a setback for your next, like, check that you do. An additional setback.
Okay.
Yep, right. So the, this thing...
Oh, he should have had an extra boost. Did anyone use my boost?
No, technically, should have used your boost.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't think that would have made a difference to the check. You still would have probably failed. But, so, I'll say that the next person who does a check gets your boost. That was my bad, I completely forgot. So, this thing is going to fire its... This time it is going to hit once again. You are the only one there. So, Rolo, 50 and below, 51 and up.
Well,
Up. Yep, sorry, it's hit the turbo laser, it's out of action.
Okay.
I did.
So yeah, you've taken out the armed transport, but the cruiser is still... The light cruiser is still operational. So that is that. It also means I just don't need stuff like that, I don't think, anymore. But yeah, so that's that. So that's that.
Alright.
I mean, Fel's gonna go try... Fel, do you want to go try and...
yeah.
Try and get another one of them?
Turret.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, make me a I'll say computers at 4 difficulty. Because you're trying to do multiple. You do get a boost. You do get a boost. Yes. I'm just saying 4 difficulty just because you're trying to do multiple things kind of very quickly. Unfortunately, you don't mind. You don't fry the system. You can probably try again, but you fail to get a second big turret online. We'll have you go next. You can do the check again, same as before. Eventually, this will work. Oh no!
Definitely not.
That's a lot of fails.
Somehow has activated the world, the universe wide web, and is now looking at cat videos.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This one looks like me.
Kind of, you look at the Star Wars version of Keyboard Cat, which is basically like a boffin band.
Azan, have you seen this?
Yes.
Look at them. I could go join them because I am one of them.
Right, as you guys do that, Talon, make me a perception check at 1 difficulty, please.
I'm actually worse at perception than.
Well, let's see what happens. Okay, okay. Once again, you believe that you've heard something, but you've got no idea whether it was from out there or in there, since was making a big deal about a cat video.
It goes meow and its paws are orange.
I thought buffaloes were like dogs. I thought the cat was Rolo.
I mean, my character looks like a cat.
I thought Boffin was like, no, fair enough. Either way, right? So
I don't know.
So I'm not going to roll for the actual ships. There's no point anymore. But they keep kind of pounding on the outer hull of this area, and I will have Fel go next. So if Fel wants to try getting the thing online again, you don't get the boost die from thing anymore, unfortunately, but. Actually, I suppose could give you a boost die, so we're just going to assume that's probably what happened.
Yeah, I'm giving me a boost, cheers.
Unfortunately, you failed, but you can give a boost die to the next person.
Yep.
Hey,
No one's succeeding, but we're all passing the boost on.
Hey, do you want to try and hack again?
Can I hack it so they get the cat videos too? Because that's
I am going to make that 4 difficulty then. If you try to pass something actively along, 4 difficult. Same
Okay.
check, but 4 difficulty rather than 3.
Okay. Oh, it's confusing.
Jesus. Right, so you do send the cat video. You succeed in sending the cat video. So that was the cat video over there. And you stop them from activating communications. However, you don't think you're gonna stop them for long, and you've kind of given up the plot. So you're probably gonna get locked out soon.
Soon.
And
Not now.
finally, Talon, from you
Yeah.
and Fel being oh so good lookouts.
No.
You fail to notice until well. Sorry, I'm just gonna bring everyone back here. So sorry. So probably will be over here with Azana. Fel is over there. I'm not sure what Rolo's doing at the moment. And Talon's by the door. What is Rolo doing?
Just crying over my destroyed turbo laser.
Alright. Right, so Talon, you look down the hallway, and then just in the nick of time, reflectively pull back as a blaster shot goes in front of your face, as you see this lot of guys coming down the corridor towards you.
Oh shit, guys.
You
There's
see,
pirates on this ship.
you see two, you see two guys with vibro axes. The big 6 dudes with knives. So 6 dudes with knives and heavy blast pistols, and the big burly dude in the middle. When I find his fucking stats. Have I not fucking done him properly? Oh no, I was on the wrong sheet, like a div. Sorry. He also has a vibro axe, but he also has a heavy blaster rifle that he's lugging around. This dude in the middle.
Oh no.
Yep. So Taylor, you see, 9 dudes running towards you.
Shoot up.
Fucking pirates. Can I shoot them?
If you want, I guess. Who you gonna aim at?
The big guy.
Yeah.
What difficulty is it?
The difficulty. So I just realised I cocked up with something. Again, because I'm great like that. The difficulty, it's going to be 1 difficulty because it's short range. Because you know they've got close to you before you figured out they were coming. Again, because of your amazing lookout skills.
Pew.
Oh my fucking god! Right. So who are you shooting? Sorry, the big guy.
Yeah,
The big man. The big dog. Sorry.
big boy.
So that is 10, 12, 17. Alright, he takes a massive fucking wound. He's hurting quite badly. You do have a triumph and an advantage to spend.
Don't know. Can I do critical injury? What would that do? Would that help?
Well, it might. Depends what the critical injury is.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so vicious is 50. Do you have anything that gives additional to crit rolls? Sharpshooters usually do. Okay, but Jacob, what's it called in a sharpshooter thing?
Lethal.
Get the accuracy. Lethal.
I can't remember where I put it.
It's like lethal blows. Or
Under
something.
combat, guys. That makes sense.
Lethal.
Yeah, lethal blows. Plus 10 per rank. I've got 2, so 20 plus 20.
Alright, so this is plus 70 roll for the critical. Roll! 91. Suffer 1 strain each time he performs an action. Okay.
Wobblers.
So, so yeah. Apparently he's at the brink. At the brink of what? I'm not sure, but he's at the brink. Are you doing anything after that?
Don't think.
Oh,
Can I do anything?
Or are you just standing in the doorway waiting for all these people to shoot at you?
I don't want them to all shoot at me now.
Well, maybe run back into
How
the
far can you move?
You can probably... No, obviously they're not
Can
literally
I hide
there.
behind this corner?
You would be able to get there by the time they show up. But at this point,
I'll do that
I
then.
do want everyone to make a vigilance initiative roll. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna just change theirs to 1 because I think I cocked up slightly, and they should only have 1. You guys. And then El Capitan. Oh, come on, El Capitan. Alright. So. Oh, wow, all the NPCs are going last. What the fuck is this shit? Alright. Yeah, all the PCs first. So basically, the rest of you guys in there heard shots being fired by the door, and Talon's run back in.
I mean, I did shout fucking pirates as well.
Yeah, and Talon did shout fucking pirates. So what is everyone doing? You've got this round to prepare before these guys burst through the door.
Look at the door and aim, I guess.
Yep. Dash to cover.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually want to take cover, it's technically a maneuver, which gives you 1 range defense. So they'd roll like a setback.
Take cover then.
Right.
Yes,
If you did that, obviously, if you did that and aim, or did that and move, then you would suffer 2 strain. Although for most of your strain doesn't really matter, because most of you don't build up strain too much.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright.
Yeah, I won't aim this round then.
You won't aim. Okay. That's fine. Rolo, are you taking the 2 strain, or?
Yeah. Oh,
You would have, right? What is and Azana doing? If you're talking, Connie, we can't hear you.
Can I carry on trying to hack the comm?
You can do, yes. I mean, you sent him a cat video, so it's going to keep him a little preoccupied. But yeah, so you can. However, I am going to add a setback die to your roll because they are now trying to lock you out of the system.
Okay.
Luckily, these pirates don't seem to be the best with computers, so it might take a while.
That's fine. We don't seem to be good at anything these days.
What you guys? I mean, to be
Well,
fair,
we lost both our turrets.
I mean, to be fair, your computer specialist.
I think I hit once in like 5 shots.
I mean, to be fair, you're using weapons from a side from silhouette 8 to hit silhouette 4, which is 5 difficulty. You know, it's just hard to hit smaller targets with bigger ships. So yeah, so if you want to make a computer's check,
Is it the same stuff as before?
same stuff as before, just with a setback die as well.
Is it still 4 difficulty? Because or 3 now, because I'm not sending.
3 difficulty. Oh yeah, so I also remember to add a setback because of your tired state. Yeah. So you should have 2 setback in total.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Failed anyway.
Yeah, failed anyway. Also, I don't think you'd have the boost at this point.
But Azana's still here.
Oh yeah, Azana is still there. That is my mistake. But speaking of Azana, what is Azana doing? Are you going to continue to try and assist or are you going to try and deal with the guys who are probably going to burst into the room in a second?
I should probably shoot the guys that come in, but they haven't walked in yet, so I can help them for another round.
What is
Don't worry about them when they burst through the door.
Right, no, that's fine. Okay. Speaking of which, boom! They burst through the door.
Oh, hey.
But that was basically their turn to do it. Kind of like burst through the door because they were like down at the end of the corridor when Talon saw them. So they kind of burst in, and the guy in the middle, it's like gripping the wound that Talon gave him. Sees him hiding behind the corner. And he goes, "Get that one first!"
Whoa!
And stop those 2 from hacking my computer. So,
Can I have a go at the big guy again?
you wanna go first? That's fine. Alright, go ahead. It'd be 1 difficulty again. Are you aiming, true aiming? Both? Just 1?
Both.
Both, so you suffer 2 strain.
I put it on you.
Yep, go. Alright, and then make that roll. That's why my big bad dudes always get fucking taken out like the fucking piece of piss. It's fucking 50. Yeah, big bad dude's gone. As he goes, get that one, and then just looks away from Talon for a second, for like a few seconds, just to point at and Azana going, "Let's stop them from hacking the computer." And he gets shot down.
I'll give the next guy a boost. I'll recover a strain, and I don't know what to do with time.
I mean, there's all sorts of things you can do. Right, but Talon,
Yeah.
50 and below, 51 and up.
Oh.
Call it 3 more. I'm gonna do it 1 roll for each group. So 3 more times.
So what?
3 more times, 50 and below, 51 and up.
Always up.
Always up.
They all fail.
They're all gonna be below.
Yeah, they all
One
failed.
shot entire group.
Yeah, they all failed. And by they, I mean my guys. 2 seconds, let me just stop this combat music because it's irrelevant. Every single
they
one of
overrun.
them immediately surrenders. Because you killed their big bad dude who they looked up to in 2 fucking shots. And so they're all like, yeah, shit, we're not fucking dealing with this. Fucking with... So yeah.
Do they
so yeah.
become Talon bitches now?
I mean, unless Talon wants to try and make them his bitches, I'm not going to go that far.
We'll probably get a better name than that, guys. Don't listen to
But yeah. So that's it. That's it. Right. So that's combat over. So you're still trying to do the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can help me out if they're all surrendered.
Yeah. One of the Are you calling over one of them to try and get them to help?
Yeah.
Right. Well, one of them will just kind of come over. I would say like, you know, usher you like to one side, but you know, if he did that, he'd probably get stabbed by your sword. So he's going to, rather than trying to hack things, he's just going to turn on the comms and go, the boss has been killed. There's no point. These guys are going to kill us all if we don't surrender. Stop trying.
I like this guy's
Stop
style.
trying to get the comms online. There's no point. And then
Do you like the cat video I sent?
And then the guy, you hear someone the other end goes, "All right, I'll give him full access." And I have to admit, it was quite adorable.
I can send you more if you want. We can work together and we can send everyone.
I'll pass for now. And then over the comes here. Where do you want us all? There's only a few of us left now on the ship.
Where do we want them, guys?
Is there a break?
Also,
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I should.
Vented into space?
Also, sorry, I should.
It's not vented into space. Be that
So
clear.
you also hear someone say from the cruiser, "All right, we'll come into dock and surrender ourselves too."
Bring over the whiskey
they
you have
surrendered as well.
Yeah. I mean, the boss is dead. You know, you guys have just killed the boss. Clearly, you are not to be trifled with.
Oh, we've got a
Well
cruiser.
done,
I
Taylor.
want to go rooting through the boss's pocket.
All right, cool. So like I mentioned, the boss has a vibro axe and a heavy blaster rifle. That's what he's got. Is there anything else you're looking for, or?
Just anything special.
Money,
All
obviously.
right, make a skullduggery check at. I'll say 1 difficulty because you've got more than enough time to do it. I don't think they'll appreciate you doing it, but you know they're not going to say any otherwise because I think Talon's giving them a fucking evil red eye over there. Like,
Skullduggery.
There's the red dot alternating between their foreheads.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you don't find anything on his body, I'm afraid.
You won't wearing any cool hat or anything. Any
Painted
medals.
head.
No. Actually, so did you say medals?
Yeah, anything he's looted that I can loot from him.
I mean, he does seem to be wearing like an old tattered, like Imperial Army uniform, and he does have like a medal on there, and you can see, and like the name tag has been like scratched out, but you see that the rank was lieutenant. So
I'll leave it. Oh, well.
right, at which point, all you hear of your comms, Havoque Squad, come in. What is your situation?
God, have we
Thanks
been
for
in
the
war?
help earlier.
I'm sorry, we didn't know.
Uh-huh. Could have killed us. So mean.
You dealt with it anyway.
What?
When I had to go at them, are you actually going to tell them my situation?
Kaylin's got some bitches now.
There's a way to report on that. It's not that.
But that's how my brother always told me to say it.
Fuck's sake.
No, it's a professional.
Do I look professional? What even is professional? I've never heard that word.
Havoc
Being
Squad,
good at what you do,
Havoc Squad, can
are.
you just please let us know what's going on in there?
The
Oh,
entire
the
ship
thing.
surrendered.
Yeah.
But the pirates have surrendered.
Yeah, we killed the leader. They're all surrendered,
Right, so we're safe to bring on
and the
salvage
ship's
crews.
coming in as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there anyone in particular you want the pirates?
Not really. Just kind of, if gather them all, on near where their other ship's docked, and we'll come and have a look at them there.
Okay. We do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's fair enough. So, a rebel, like a small rebel, like transport freighter, lands. Troops come out, help you secure the pirates. Not that you need it, but you know they just want to look important, I guess, or useful.
What did those pirates have?
What, are you actually nicking their equipment?
Well, we're not letting them keep the guns, are we?
That's fine. That's fine.
I think it was their word that they surrendered.
So on top of what you got from the boss, I mean the guys who were in your room, you get 2 more vibro axes, and 6 more vibro knives, and 6 more heavy blaster pistols. Keep in mind, how are you carrying all this?
I mean, we're back in the hangar now, aren't we?
Republic laundry crate.
We don't have it.
You don't have it.
No, a Republic one.
I'll get a
Well, the
Republic.
clone-
Probably
Oh.
the one on the ship.
Clone Wars. Clones needed laundry done.
I
Still
don't.
people.
Not really. Not so much, but I don't know. You could find something.
Well, they must have some sort
You
of
could-
container on the
You
ship.
could find. You could find
We'll
some like.
split it between our lads.
You could find like some hover thing to like put them on and lift up. That still
Yeah.
kind of works and breaks down a couple of times, but you manage to pound it to bloody work. And then you short time afterwards, General Riken shows up on the ship and comes over to you guys and he goes, I can see why you're thought of fondly by Rebel High Command. You really get things done.
Straight.
And because we're adorable.
Damn straight.
Wait, what? You know what? No, I don't even want to know. I'm not going to ask. I don't want to know. Right. So he'll look at the pirates and he'll go, so what are you all going to do now?
Drink.
No, not
We're not
you.
the pirates.
The pirates.
The pirates.
Pirates.
I mean, I
They're
feel like you
also
can't just let them go.
That's the thing. You're right. We can't just let them go.
We
Have
could
you ever thought about joining the rebellion?
enlist them.
You should join us. We watch cat videos and drink and roll around.
They're not going to join us. I think Havoc Squad's full. The Rebellion needs more people.
We're a prime example of the rebellion.
I don't know how trustworthy pirates are, though. Although,
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them. You know,
Yeah.
gathering all this intel on like a rebellion, and then all they have to do is run to the Empire and go, "Look at all this information I got," and then
But we could stick them with a buddy to look after
Okay, well, I
them.
mean, like, slave labor sounds bad, but there is a base down there that needs building. These people need somewhere to do.
If they agree, it's not slave labor.
Yep.
and I mean, the
You
implication
volunteer to
is
do
that
this
if
for
they
no money
don't
whatsoever.
volunteer,
And
they
they'll go,
get shot.
the pirates will go, well, I don't think we've got much choice really, have we? It's either we accept your terms or we die.
Well,
I'd like
not
it.
a
I'd like
good
that to not
deal.
be the case, but
you will be fed and looked after.
Not by me, but
you'll be paid.
No.
Entirely unpaid, obviously.
I mean, we were kind of unpaid here, really, so...
Well, yes, but you were killing and stealing from us, in fact.
Yeah.
Give and take, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. We didn't really get much from you guys.
Well, no, we're poor.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Very
it all
bad
blew up.
deed.
Think if we were rich, we'd be coming to this system?
Touche. Touche. That's fine. I mean, this ship has. I mean, obviously, this ship's yours. He just points at the Predator in general. I'm sure there's some stuff in here that you could probably find that's going to be useful for you.
The ship's not in any good movable condition.
Unfortunately not, no. You couldn't use the ship itself, but there's some stuff on here that you could probably make use of. You know, for example, like the little laser turrets on the outside of a ship. You could probably repurpose those if you wanted to. I don't know about the big ones. If I'm being honest. I mean, although we couldn't get it working, there was one of the main reactors was damaged, but we thought we could get it working. You guys might have better luck, so that might be worth salvaging. There is a shield generator on the ship. You know, you could probably use that as like a base shield if you can get it working again. We don't know. We tried. We couldn't. And some of the ion weaponry on the ship is still intact, but is not powered up at the moment. You could probably salvage that as well.
Quite nice. Thank you for the report.
And we've got obviously a few starfighters that your elite squad didn't blow up, and we've got obviously the light cruiser over there. So you know, you guys can use that to your heart's content.
I mean, you're still gonna have to work or die.
That's fine. Again,
I appreciate the inventory.
No, again, like I said, this is one of the two guys speaking by. This guy who's speaking, by the way, is one of the two guys who came into the room to attack you guys with the main boss. Like one of the dudes with had a viper axe, and then boss died. Like, nah, for this. He goes, oh yeah, we get that. Like I said earlier, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's either accept your terms or die. So you know, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think the Empire is going to give a damn why we were helping you. They probably don't care if we joined you voluntarily or if we were forced to do it at gunpoint. They'll still view us as one of you. So betraying you does nothing to help us.
Good.
So went very well.
Good luck with your future job, I guess.
Hope you like
Jim,
snow.
Jim reckon goes, wait, what do you mean? You guys are still sticking around to help us out. You guys aren't leaving yet.
We're not done.
No, not yet.
We're building base
Not
too.
yet. Good. Congratulations, you've completed this assignment perfectly. Better than we could have thought possible. You even got us some new recruits out of the deal.
I feel like he was doubting us.
However, you are still being directed to assist us in setting up Echo Base until Rebel High Command asks for you back.
Okay.
Okay. It was a very tropical assignment.
Ice cold hellhole is just as nice, I guess.
Can you get a planet? But sure, let's go.
At least we get paid.
Do we?
You guys are getting paid.
I mean, you're getting paid for all the fat loot that you're getting. which, you know, as you get back to your starfighters, you'll be able to load up back into your ships and take them back. I need to grab something. Where the fuck is it? Right, so essentially you guys head back to Echo Base with the pirates. They do bring more rebel troopers up in a second freighter, and then they kind of start shuttling the pirates. But you guys have to stick around for a bit longer while they start shuttling the pirates back a bit at a time, because they don't want to do like, you know, half. You know, they don't want to like, you know, shove too many pirates in there, because if they take over that place, then they can jump away. So they're being very careful, as you can probably imagine. Oh, there it is, right. Sorry, I was looking for something, I just couldn't remember where I fucking put it. Right. So, you guys, once the last pirates have been put on the freighters when they've come back, you guys head out in your starfighters. The light cruiser is left where it is until like salvage crews etc. can get up to come grab it and all the other stuff, because they're probably going to use that as something to like transport a lot of the components, because it's quite a lot. It's not a large vessel, but it's a reasonable size. So you guys go back to Echo Base, and you kind of see the pirates being ushered around, told where they're staying, being told they're going to be under armed guard.
Slave collars fitted.
At least, no, nothing like that for the time being. And so, yeah, right.
For the time being.
For the time being, no. Well, for the time being, anyway, being under armed guard. For fuck's sake. Right. Right. Honestly, I mean, unless you guys want to do anything in particular, I can't think of anything else for this mission. It would be over. However, because this would be a very early end to the session, it means it's been an hour 42 for God's sake. Yes, what I would do, and although I don't technically have this fully prepared, what I would do, or be looking to do, is to at least make a start of the next little thing, which is a background, basically like a little background story thing. Just to kind of get into that, just so you know, like I said, we're not entering it like an hour and 40 minutes into it.
Right.
Right, so again, unless you guys want to do anything in particular.
I mean, are we going back to the fleet at all?
Not yet. Not yet. This background story is going to happen while you're still based at Hoth. But yeah, I'll explain like how you find out. Just one quick thing. I'm just gonna quickly do duty now for completing the mission. Just because, to be honest, I don't think the duty is going to change even from starting this second part of the mission, this like second thing. So, Connie and Jacob, you're getting a full 7. Michael, I'll give you 3. Will, I'm going to give you 7. So we got, and Danielle, I'm going to give you 7 as well.
Okay.
Oops.
Where do I put this on?
It is. I think it's the motivation bit on the character sheet. There's like magnitude, which is the number that you like add it to. For what I've got it down as is oh, and I should also point out, sorry, everyone is also getting an additional. Everyone is going to get an additional 10 as well. Was it 10 or 5? Sorry. No, 5, sorry. Everyone's going to get an additional 5 as well for completing this mission. That's 5. Right, I need to do some quick adding up, sorry. 35, 50. Hang on. 18, 30. No, you haven't. You haven't actually gone up a duty contribution rank yet. Okay, so what I've got everyone down as at the moment for duty is I've got I'll change Adams. Danielle's at 18, Adam's at 17, Connie and Jacob are at 15, Will's at 12, Michael's at 8, Andy's at 5. Yeah, so I'm just doing this now. It's just a bit easier for me to do it now. And then Niku. Okay, so so at the very least, I'm just going to do like the briefing bit of this next bit. Where's my frozen waste? There it is. So I should also point out, everyone, by the time of this next story, your strain and wounds will be healed if you had any, so you're good. So, I should also point out, sorry, they disassembled the actually no, I'll do that as part of the thing. Sorry. So, at this point, it's been a couple of weeks since the events on the Venator. The pirates are a bit unruly at times, but they've more or less been forced to settle in. They brought the starfighters back as well. They didn't really think they had much use for the V-wing, so they haven't kept that. They've kind of just disassembled it for parts, as well as the TIE wings. But that does mean they do have the wings for, like, the wing parts for Y-wings. And because shipments are now starting to come back in, they've been able to increase the size of, like, the, starfighter squadrons and speeders. The, pirates who were pilots are now just pilots for the rebels, but they are under constant watch. But construction is going well. They managed to scavenge enough parts. They're developing like a giant planet-based ion cannon, like from the films, the one from the films, as well as the shield generator, like from the films as well. I wanted to give them some way of getting it, and I was like, salvage it from like a large ship. Sounds good. And the base has been coming along a bit there. So what I would like to do is I would like to pull Rolo into another chat.
Yes.
Real quick. And I will be right back with him.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, so, Rolo, as you guys are, as you're, having a bit of a rest, kind of like in the morning after you've had some to eat, you get a message on your communicator, your private communicator. So yep, do you answer it?
Yeah, I guess I'm answering that.
Okay, there we go. And on the other end, Rolo Rainer of Havoque Squad.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, Rainier, sorry, my bad. This is Alliance Intelligence. We have come across some information that, due to your interests, we feel could be a good assignment for you and Havoque Squad.
Okay. Why is this coming to me and not the whole squad?
What? Well, because it's of personal interest to yourself. It's not an official assignment. It's just something that, you know, if you're bored of Hoth and all the snow, it might be worth doing. You don't have to, but if you would like to, then it is down to you because it is your interest. So you will have to persuade Havoque Squad to do it. We're not going to do an official order. I should also point out, sorry, because I'm not on camera, and for some reason I'm doing like a phone gesture with my hand. I don't know why.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know why.
I don't think it's going to take much convincing to get off of Hoth, if that's what you're asking.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, here's what we have. We have just received an intelligence report from one of our Boffin spies. It appears that the Empire is planning to move a shipment of confiscated Old Republic weapons. Now, the exact contents of this shipment is currently unknown. However, this could be. However, those weapons are deemed as illegal to use. But we at the Rebellion don't care about that. We need all the weapons and all the equipment that we can get.
This is why I like you people.
Well, you guys have done great things to the Rebellion so far, so.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay, basically the convoy. Now, the convoy is. Sorry, I had things on my map. Okay, we've just gotten word that the convoy is heading from the Bakura system, which I'll just ping on the map for you. It's over to the left of Endor there. And
hang on, where was that?
It's down there.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, right. And they're going to be moving it, we assume, back to the Core Worlds, and probably back to Coruscant, where they will likely just kind of, you know, melt it down or reuse some parts for their own weaponry. Now, so, like I mentioned, obviously we would like these weapons ourselves if possible. Now, because of the travel, they will have to come out at a few points to change hyperspace lanes. We believe that the system of Yagdul, which I'm pinging now,
Yagdul,
would be a good cut-off point for them. If you sat there in the we'd imagine that if you sat there in the system with your stealth systems engaged, you could probably have the ship hyperspace fairly close to you and then quickly latch onto it before it had to jump again.
Sneaky.
Right, so we are... Sorry. So, your mission is essentially to see what shipments are and find a way to get them to us. Now, we don't care how you do it. We don't care whether you just take the shipments back to your starfighters and bring them that way, or if you steal the entire ship, which you seem to have Havoque Squad seems to have a bit of a knack for, we have to say. We don't care which way you do it. So long as we get the shipment. The ship itself would be a bonus, but we are not counting on it.
Right. Okay. I'm just writing this down in a log, you know.
No, that's fine, that's fine. So, now, I would just mention that with where this convoy goes, once it's jumped to... we highly doubt that you will be able to stop the convoy from hyperspace, from jumping into hyperspace from the Yagdul system. However, like we mentioned, it will have to stop at least once more. We believe it would likely stop in the Corellia system. That would be your opportunity if you wanted to make your escape. either using your own either using your own starfighters to get out of there, or by taking the entire ship itself. But we would estimate that you wouldn't have much time before they realised something was wrong, and if you, for example, tried to take the entire ship and tried to destroy it to stop the weapons falling back into, falling into our hands. Okay.
Okay.
And the drop off point. The drop off point for the weapons will be back on Echo Base.
Right.
So just take it back there, and once you have done that assignment, or if you choose not to do it, Mon Mothma has returned, and she does request Havoque Squad's presence back at the Rebel fleet, which you'll be informed where it is once you return, because we are in the process of moving the Rebel fleet more often than we used to avoid Imperial detection.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any more questions?
No, I believe I am okay, intelligence.
Okay, oh, sorry, one last thing. To be perfectly honest, we don't believe that this is going to be a particularly heavily defended convoy. We would estimate 2 kind of light corvettes with probably escorting some kind of unarmed freighter. We don't believe it to be too much of a challenge, to be perfectly honest. Not from what our intelligence has been able to dig up anyway. So
Okay.
just thought we'd let you know that.
Okay, well, thank you, Rebel Intelligence. Much appreciated.
That's good. Happy hunting.
Thank you.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Okay. What are you going to do with that information? Oh.
You know, stay true to the cosplay.
What are you doing, Lee? You stop talking.
Right, that's fine. I was just asking you what you were going to do with that information.
Oh, I'm bringing it back.
Alright, cool. So the rest of you guys just kind of, you're having a morning meal, and then Rolo, who's already had his meal and left, comes back in.
Hey, team, I've got a proposition for you.
Are
Do
you
you want to
pregnant?
get off this cold rock? Because Rebel Intelligence just brought me a good bit of intelligence.
A juicy bit of intel.
Have you ever thought about working in that?
But wait, there's more. Old Republic weapons. Highly illegal, I'm sure you understand. Not heavily armed. We can intercept it.
You have me at
Just-
the word illegal.
Oh, that would be-
Let me at the words, hey team.
So you see we're down here at Hoth. Up here at Yagdul, they're expecting a shipment to stop, where it will then jump again to Corellia. And
Yeah, I said to nowhere.
Could you stop, Thailand? You're like your old bastard rim. You can't duck and talk shit. You're from Bumfuck nowhere.
I thought we all deserved a bit of time off of Hoth, so extra pay.
Extra pay.
Old Republic.
Extra pay. I implied we're being paid.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is,
But,
what is this Yagdul?
Yagdul.
Is it an Imperial planet?
They didn't tell me.
Yeah.
But
Well, Yagdo is the name of the system in the Inner Rim.
Probably Imperial.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it is definitely Imperial. You guys know it's Imperial system. Pretty much.
What is it? Clone Wars shit, is it?
yeah, old Republic stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like,
yeah.
where,
I mean-
like Old Republic or old?
I was told Old Republic. I'm
mean,
not sure what
it's-
he means by Old Republic.
He means the Republic that's been overthrown. That's what he means by Old Republic. Sorry, I should have probably just called it Republic. or said Clone Wars era stuff. That would have been a lot more. Because my apologies, that's my bad.
Fine.
Any idea why they're taking a bunch of Clone Wars shit to Corellia?
Well, it's highly illegal, so it's all going to be dismantled and taken
Yeah.
apart. So I quite like my hands on that.
I mean, if you can get more of them rifles of yours, I'm fucking having one. Fucking thing's sick.
These things are too big to fit under a coat. If we need to do any sneaking around on
True,
ships.
yeah, but I've seen the vids. They've got little ones.
Sawn off.
No,
Sort of.
no, they've got little carbine ones or something. I'm sure I've.
I mean, if this shipment is as big as I've been told, I'm sure they have all kinds of things. And I've also been told it's not especially heavily armed, this transport. Just a few cruisers,
Corvettes.
small cruisers, corvettes.
Corvettes. Yeah, like
The voice in my head.
small ass. Small ass.
You just dreamt about this until no one's told you.
Yeah, guys, that's totally something until the voice in my head told me so.
But yes, in other boring news, Mon Mothma's ready for us back at the fleet.
But like, we can take a detour.
I'm sure she won't mind.
No, I mean, what he was told was to go there once you've done this, or if you just choose not to do it, just go straight back. But so you were told to kind of, if you're gonna do this, go do it, and then drop the stuff back off here at Hoth, and then go over.
I mean, I'm down for this.
I'm
Always.
super into-
Yeah, why not?
I'm not sure if we're heading to Corellia, or if we're stopping them from getting to Corellia.
No,
Oh,
okay,
I
okay,
mean,
no,
Corellia's
okay.
real, like, in a rim shit. We don't wanna be like, yeah.
Clearly, I have not explained it very well. My apologies. I
The
did
guy
kind
just
of
followed you all the way back.
I did. No. I did.
I probably
You're
should've got
making
the
a
whole
real
team,
mess
I'll
of
be honest,
this,
guys.
so just.
No. Okay, so what they were saying was the convoy was going from Bakura past Endor and going somewhere in like the deep core world, probably Corazon. And what it said was you could hitch a ride on at Yagdor when they have to come out of hyperspace to like align towards going to Corellia or towards Corellia. Then they'll probably go into hyperspace and drop out at Corellia, at which point you need to be ready to kind of GTFO. Because, you know, beyond that and, you know, you're in the core worlds and it's going to be very difficult for you guys to escape there. Sorry, again, I must not have explained it very well, huh?
I mean, I wrote down what I heard.
I mean,
It made sense to me.
I mean, I am losing connection every now and again. My connection's kind of taking a bit of a shit, so I'm not
You're in the
surprised.
same building.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't even need to go to a different chat. You could have gone into the room.
I
the
went
same room.
Legs, though.
right. Will, because I'm recording it, I can't really just go into his room.
You
and
could have
just
come into
talk.
your room. It's got
Would you-
legs.
Well, to be fair, it was a conversation between Rolo and this guy from Rebel Intelligence who didn't give his name.
I mean, what kind of plan do you think would want?
I mean, I was told it was not very heavily armed, so we could just go in, wait for them to show up, and start blasting them. It seems to have worked so far.
I mean, yeah.
If there's too many of them, all we have to do is, like, get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, are we thinking, like, fly around and shoot? Or what? Because it's something about, like, the hitching a ride thing. What's that about?
What was that about?
There's stuff at Yagdor. We hitch a ride. They jump on hyperspace to Corellia, and then we leave. We're doing something to the ships in hyperspace. Is the implication there?
It's more kind of seeing what's actually being transported, and then either because you've got one or two options essentially. Because I honestly can't think of any other options. I really can't. It's either you take all the stuff that you want back to your starships, starfighters. Then when they get out of hyperspace at Corellia, you guys just detach and fly away, or you can just steal the entire ship.
I'm thinking we steal the ship, right?
Yeah.
And
You know, we just clamp on, and as soon as we jump out of hyperspace, we've taken control and we just fucking turn and
yeah, that's kind of how I imagine.
see you later,
it.
fuckers, and we just bounce.
Yeah, pretty much. Right. So what? So
Is everyone fine for this mission then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
okay. So now you guys would probably have to get this cleared with the good general and just be like, "Yo, Rebel Intelligence told us to do this." He probably wouldn't. He shouldn't object.
Hi, we're going now. Bye.
Yo, my dude, we just got some intelligence. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
We gotta. Yo, dude, we just gotta bounce dog, right? Dog.
Yo, dog, come on, give us your permission. I'm leaving.
Slide a note under his door.
Just say nothing and leave.
I thought you were like a fucking like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
note as in a fucking a pound note. Have you met my friend Benjamin Franklin? We've gotta go somewhere.
We'd rather you didn't object.
Jesus. He's gonna slip a note under the door, just like Havoque Squad is bouncing, yo.
Back in minutes.
Get out.
Well, not
Be right
5
back.
minutes. Back in like a week.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Again, I don't think something you didn't mention to Jacob was you've got to bring the stuff back to Hoth. You got to bring the shipment back to Hoth anyway. So you kind of leave,
Wow.
go grab it, bring it back here, and then once you've dropped it off, go back to the Rebel fleet, and and you have to contact the Rebel fleet to find out where they're going to be at the time, because they're trying to move around a bit more.
Oh.
Cool. So, do you want to actually kind of roleplay the whole talking to the general, or are you not too fussed? Just depends if you want to act fucking crazy around him again. Oh no!
You've already given him quite a bad impression.
Yeah, I mean, personally,
Okay.
he probably doesn't like you guys very much just because you're very unpredictable. But professionally
But
speaking,
he'll miss us when we're gone.
but professionally speaking, he likes having you around because you're unpredictable. Because you get shit done in an unpredictable fashion.
He loves us, really.
What is
Just
he on
leave
a
our
fucking
calling card on his desk.
Heart of gold.
phone? Calling.
Gotta go. Took your whiskey. Bye!
Your Havoc Squad's gone causing havoc somewhere else in the galaxy.
A calling card is a
Doing
pipe
what they
bomb.
do best.
Set some fireworks off in his bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't know what we mean.
Then we'll get cereal.
Yeah.
When
It's
the,
like one of the toys is pouring it out and it's
fuck. Holy shit.
No! Then it's like Havoque Squad! Like a little firework. Even the table like
If you actually want to do that,
yes.
if you
It's
actually
like, but
want,
it's like a hologram of all of us going like
if you
Doing the sign!
yeah.
if you actually want to do something like that, we can find a way to do that if you really want.
Yeah.
We totally could.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I feel like we should.
Yeah. He needs to know we're off.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying there,
It's the responsible thing to do.
so what you basically saying there to me is you're gonna basically have a trigger, and you're gonna press the trigger as you're taking off. Also, because you're leaving Hoth, you won't need the adverse weather gear anymore. So if you borrowed it off the rebels, you can give it back now and wear your old armor again.
Yes.
Echo Base has a little bit of heating in it. Not enough to, like, obviously melt, like, the ice and snow and shit, but, you know, it's just so it's not, like, you know, sub-freezing fucking temperatures when you're walking around. It's still pretty cold, though. Right, so, again, are you doing anything else with the general? Other than trying to give him a fucking heart attack? Before you set off.
Leave multiple ones around just to find them before. Like one in the toilet, one in the bed.
He goes to take a shit and gets a firework up his butt. Yeah. Oh, finally gets relaxed.
Just Taylor's voice going, Havoque Squad!
Why Taylor's when he's on the toilet? Wow. Wow. Taylor.
He was fitting. Out of his mouth, dog shit. Don't like it when it's aimed at you, do you, Michael?
It's just mean when you do it.
I think
I don't intentionally try.
I'm gonna be honest. This is nothing against the character in the slides, but I think it'd be funnier if you did that with the voice and it was Niku, but instead of, like, because there's not like the auto voice thing, it's just literally nub. Yeah, I just right. Anyway, so you're gonna scare the pants off him as you're leaving. Anything else?
Take all the whiskey.
Are you actually gonna try and go into, like, the mess hall and try and steal the whiskey?
I mean, not all of it. Just, you know, a nice
Not
little
stealing.
supply. Requisition.
Borrowing.
I'm
With no intention to replace.
I'm pretty sure you can find some whiskey. I'm pretty sure you've got some whiskey on you somewhere.
Yeah, but other people.
I'll hold you to that.
And we want that.
I mean, you might need to use a light side point to find it, but you don't fucking use them for anything else. It's literally just whiskey.
Whiskey's important.
Oh my god! Right,
To
so
deal with our post-traumatic stress disorder.
Helps you fly better.
right, so are you trying to take some of the whiskey from the mess hall, or are you just leaving?
I mean, you say I've already got some, so...
If you
But
use
you
a
can
light
have
side
more.
point. Oh,
It won't last forever.
fuck's sake! Right.
You need backup whiskey.
Right, so I'm just going to assume that you've done whatever you want, and you're on your way out now. You get an urgent communication from the hummingbird. You could probably guess General Riken is not very happy.
Can we ignore it? Are we allowed to do that?
I
Actually,
think
who cares if I'm allowed to? I'm
trying to
ignoring it.
contact is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Havoque Squad, if you were leaving, you could have just come in and said, "Hi, we've got shit to do."
This is Havoque Squad. We're leaving.
Please leave a message after the
Yes, we can see that by the fact that you're flying away.
Acknowledged.
Glad to know your eyes are working.
Oh, fucking... Oh, cold.
Oh my god! Right, just fucking do whatever you're doing and get back as soon as you can, for fuck's sake.
We'll be back.
By the way, I should point out, when I was talking to Jacob when there wasn't a camera on, I was like that all the time. I just instinctively like that.
Yeah. Do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just
Fucking before we did cameras and when I was doing DM stuff, I was fucking all over the flying round, and then realizing I don't need to be doing this.
but it's fun anyway.
It is.
Right, so, you guys go for. Could I have, Azana make me a 1 difficulty astrogation check, please? Because it's a new system you're going to, so. Oh yeah, you easily get there, and you're pretty sure you could actually, you're pretty sure that you could get there in easily a couple of days.
Watch out, we get there and it'll be like duff information at Death Star. Right.
Ah,
That's the cargo they're transporting.
You are fallen for my cunning ploy.
Shoot these tiny ships with a giant laser.
I mean, to be fair, the guy didn't give Rolo his name at any point. He just said he was from
He just
Rebel
said Rebel
Intelligence.
Command or Rebel
He
Intelligence.
he said Alliance Intelligence.
You just got like a fucking cold call and you were like, Rebel Intelligence?
You're just like, yeah, sure it does.
How much is intelligence worth to you?
Fucking some Imperial Intelligence officer is. Fuck, this is gold! Yes, you could
If you could just, right,
bring back all of Rebel High Command to such and such system and they'll be for you.
No.
Yeah, we've
To
got
be
a
fair,
parcel if you wanted to
space
pick it up from
GPS.
the sorting office. It's in Coruscant.
No. To be fair, this guy did seem legit because he knew that you guys were at Hoth. Whereas the Imperials don't know that you guys were on Hoth yet, so.
Oh, got to put in the area code.
Alright, whatever. So, so you made the jump, no issue. Are you talking about anything on the way there? May as well ask.
I will ask Rolo again. Why are you so into Clone Wars shit? Don't deflect this time. Like a Jedi
I
up
was-
in this bitch.
I'm sorry, what?
Looking like a Jedi up in this bitch, just deflecting questions left and right.
Man, I was, 15 years old when the Clone Wars ended? I was like, mad into that. Nothing special about it. It's got a bit out of a bit of a
Mad
defect
into
I didn't grow out of.
Alright, I can respect that. I can respect that.
Mad
Fine.
into it. That is like the best fucking.
Obviously, my dialect never grew up either.
Yeah, I'm down with the space kids. Yo, what up, dog?
Do it.
Pretty much.
What up, fellow kids?
Wanna do that
Whoever
space?
said I won't
Base,
be,
base, how about we all get together and do that space dab?
I'm not. That's not happening.
You just super neglect. I mean,
Clones have some self-respect. They don't space.
That you
You're
know
not a
of.
clone
clones
though.
don't do drugs.
I'm obsessed with them though.
Oh, okay. Following their example.
I mean, all you have to do is to become a clone. Just clone yourself.
And then kill yourself.
And you're not a clone. The other clones are clones.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. He's like the little one person of him who can never be a clone.
You could make another you happy.
I guess they would also live half as long as you, so that's always fun. Because accelerated aging and all that shit.
You don't have to do that though.
Well,
Boba
you
Fett lived
can just
for a
not
while.
accelerate the age.
Yeah, because Boba Fett
He
just.
just raised himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
He's a child.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I was.
They die early because the age.
They purposely accelerate it, yeah.
I think the purple. Yeah, you ask about the Kaminoans purposely accelerated it to create the clone army as quick as possible. I mean, technically the first clones were technically 20 years old or something when they entered combat, something like that. Because I think it's 2-3 times aging.
I don't know.
I think it's 2.
It's on the young.
Because Captain Rex is fucking old by the time the fucking Galactic Civil War rolls around.
That's only 20 years.
Well,
after the end of the film was.
yeah, which would make sense to be honest, because I mean, 10 years, that, and then another 20, so he'd be like, if it were times 2, it'd be like 60. So it kind of makes sense. Well, it don't matter, right? So, okay, sorry, are you talking about anything else on the way over there, other than trying to get the Jedi to
Just
drop
my
his guard?
obsession. Just my obsession the whole time. Going into all the smallest details about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm riveted.
But have you heard about this really specific part? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't believe I've told you.
Yes. What about it?
So, you guys, well, Rolo just starts talking your ears
Waxing
off
philosophic.
for the 2 days that, other than sleeping and eating and have something to drink, he's talking your ears off about the guns and the armor and the starfighters that he's more familiar with than the capital ships. Blah blah blah. You arrive in the Yagdor system, and I don't know, it's pretty uneventful, really. There's no Death Star or anything awaiting you there. Don't worry about it. But you're in the system, and because you managed to find a few shortcuts to get here quicker. You think you're probably you'd estimate that you are probably a couple of days ahead of the convoy.
Right. So we get to talk about it first.
You get to talk about it, and you get to talk about more Clone Wars stuff, I guess. But yeah. So if you guys want to discuss exactly what you're hoping to be able to do, go ahead.
So we're waiting for them to jump here,
Mhm.
and then we're attaching to them, and then they're jumping again.
Mhm.
And while they're in hyperspace, we're taking over the ship.
Yep. Do we know
Okay.
what ship the run is on? Is there a bunch of corvettes and it's on one of the corvettes?
But,
I imagine it would
f-
be
f-
biggest.
Or is there
yeah. I mean, from
carrying ship? And...
what Brother Intelligence said, they expected it to be a few corvettes, escort, and probably some kind of unarmed freighter being the actual ship, which probably has the cargo on.
Okay.
Once we attach to it, how are we going to get inside the ship? They're not going to be locked?
Slices way?
Is that something we can do?
Maybe?
Yeah, you
You
can
could try.
You can probably, obviously, the issue here is that, again, your computer, your hacking people are not here.
Your arm could do it in a couple of tries.
A couple of days, maybe.
Something to keep in mind, though, is that in order to do that, you would have to get out of your starfighters, cling to the side of the ship, and get in before it
Can't we
jumps to
just fly off
hyperspace
with the
again. Okay, you just what, sorry?
fly off with the ship? And if we attach a lot of our ships together, and then surely Source Power would be more powerful than the ship we attached, and then she's
So basically, you want to break your cover by ramming the side of the ship with all your...
No. I mean, you think we can attach to it?
Mhm.
Can't we attach to it and then ride off?
It's a massive freighter. It's going to have giant engines, isn't
Well,
it?
no, that's the thing. You don't know the size of the
There's
freighter.
no drag in space.
Yeah, but I still imagine they're not just going to turn theirs off.
Yeah, but there's 7 of us.
I mean,
Yeah, but also,
I
even
mean,
if we do get it away and then
the
we
escorts
start
would
to take the
figure out.
ship,
The escorts would figure out pretty quickly what the hell's going on.
Hyperspace.
I mean,
We don't know where we're going.
so essentially, what you want to do is you want to attach to this ship, try and force it to divert course slightly, and then try and jump with it attached to you.
That's so hard.
To try and get it
I mean,
away, to try and get it away
it
from
sounds dangerous though.
The thing is, if we clamp onto the ship and then we jump to hyperspace, the things we're being clamped to the ship within all that.
Yeah, they're just
And
landing.
there's this big thing, and if we're trying to pull away and drag it with, we're usually gonna snap his legs, right?
There is the potential.
And also, when we
There's
get
no
to the
drag
other
in
end, we
space,
could
but
just
there is
hyperspace
such a
off
thing
again.
as momentum, You gotta apply force to get something to move, so
It's
you
one
have
of-
to apply the force.
It's one of those things where with hyperspace rules you can't force another ship to go into hyperspace with you. So you guys would clamp on and then jump to hyperspace, and then like Will said, it would probably be a case of your landing gear would be left behind, and your ship would probably actually destroy itself. If I'm being brutally honest, if you did that.
Okay.
The force and speed of like how it works, it would basically kind of just rip those landing gears off and probably cause a lot more damage to your ship, if not destroying it outright. Unfortunately, it's just I love the idea, and if it worked like that, then I'd be like, yeah, that'd be fucking smart as hell. But nah, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, how many little ships are there supposed to be?
You don't know. I mean, they just said a few.
Well, we're gonna have our stealth system, so hopefully they won't even be a problem. Right?
I don't know, it sounds like really dangerous to hook onto the ship in hyperspace to then get out of the ships to then get into the other ship.
Yeah, but we're gonna get in it before it jumps hyperspace.
Yeah.
Right?
If you, yeah. I mean, that's the idea, because you couldn't get out of your starfighter and then get in their ship while you're traveling through hyperspace. The second you open your cockpit, that gets ripped off, and you
How long
go
is it going to
flying
take them
out.
to adjust cars?
I don't know.
Then we're just
A
going to
while,
ride
hopefully.
to whatever planet they go to.
Well, they need to kind of basically travel across part of the system to get to the next like point where they can safely hyperspace away.
No, I'm just saying we're only going to like go with this ship to more into Imperial territory.
I mean, you've got no choice of the matter, really. Rebel intelligence did warn that was going to happen. That's almost certainly going to happen.
Do we need the ship?
You
This
don't.
sounds like a suicide.
No.
Or at least
No,
very
as soon as we
dangerous.
get to the other end, we can just jump away again.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's one of those things where you were told. Rebel intelligence did mention that you didn't have to take. Although obviously Rolo didn't mention that you didn't have to do it. But our character, I did say that you guys didn't have to do this. And if you weren't going to do it, just go back to the Rebel fleet, which they would have
We're
told you
doing
at
it
that
now.
point. But now
Yeah,
you're there doing it.
There
Yeah.
now.
So you're gonna try and clamp onto the ship, get your way in.
Gain control of the vessel.
To gain control of the vessel, and then when you get out of hyperspace again, around Corellia, you're gonna turn it and jump away.
For future reference, just out of curiosity, is there anything you can use to like remotely hack a ship? So you put, like,
I
a bolt
don't
with
think
fighting
so.
and stuff.
I don't think there's any way you
Because
can
what we're
really.
doing, that'd be incredibly useful.
Not really, because you need direct access to that ship's systems, and you can only do that from the ship itself.
Can't connect like the Wi-Fi and guess the password.
The Wi-Fi?
No
you
Wi-Fi,
can't.
no.
No, you can't, unfortunately. I mean, if you could, then all this should be piss easy. At that point, you land on it, you have a remote hack it, and then you turn it around and jump it away somewhere. Then, when you're nice and safe, you disable its hyperspace. You disable its engines and its
Could we
its
just get in
hyperdrive.
the ship, disable the hyperspace when we're on the ship to make it stop, and then just turn it around ourselves when we're in the ship?
Yeah, but then we need to hyperspace away.
Yeah.
No,
Otherwise
yeah,
the
that makes
Imperials
sense.
will
Actually, if we get in the ship, it jumps to hyperspace, and then before it gets to Corellia, we knock it out of space.
So then we don't end up in Imperial territory and we can
Oh,
loot
so
it
you-
and just leave
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we're not
see.
sur-
Oh, I see.
we don't come
Oh.
out surrounded by corvettes having to turn around and fucking figure something
Oh,
else.
I see.
All the corvettes are like,
Oh,
what
I
the
see.
fuck
Oh,
are you
I
doing?
see what you mean. I see what you mean. So it's kind of like, part way
That's a
on
good
that
scheme
on that
idea.
journey, you kind of forcibly cut the hyperspace engine, which will
Yeah.
it will drag it out of
Yeah.
hyperspace.
Yeah.
The one thing I would have to check, and this is a good thing, I'm actually glad that I've started this week, is that I'd have to check exactly how it would work. It may damage the ship. That's the thing, I don't know, because it's one of those things
Just with the
where,
pilots.
I mean,
I imagine it'd be similar to like when the interdictors pull stuff possibly out. wouldn't
and yeah, which basically kind of disables the ship temporarily, it kind of like, it throws it off whack and starts like just spinning it around somewhere. I mean, I'm going off like Star Wars Rebels, what incidents do there, where and I think it was like in like one of the episodes, like a Nebula B tried to jump away, and the interdictor pulled it out pretty much immediately, and it was kind of disabled and then blown up. or at least its like engines and shit were out of whack a bit. So you could do that. You would have to very quickly just try and make repairs on the engines or get them back online so you could jump away again.
I mean, we could just leave it there as well, because then the ships would just keep going in hyperspace, and it'll take them a bit of time to find out, and then they'd have gone quite far. So all we'd then have to do is load all the stuff into like our own ships or whatever, and then fly off and leave it as a husk in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
the ship's a bonus, really. It's the supplies which are the main
You need
thing.
to work on that.
Yeah, it depends on how many players, whether they're on our level.
True.
Well, I suppose it depends on the size of the freighter, really, doesn't it? Because if it's a small freighter, then you could probably move all the supplies into your starfighters. If it's a larger freighter with a larger hull, who knows, really?
And I mean, if we're going to keep it, we're going to have to double check around the entire thing with the track.
Yeah.
I mean, my thinking with that was the whole you could just go to vent the ship again. Because that worked so well the last time you did it.
Well, but like tractors in, like, if we take the ship and we're like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this, let's just drive the ship back down. And then the Empire's like, where's that ship gone? Off.
I mean, one thing to slightly alleviate that is that you guys did take that Nebulon B from before. In the last mission, you captured that Nebulon B, and that is now with the Rebel fleet. So they probably have some way of kind of stopping it from being tracked.
So.
And I'm sure your computer experts, who will hopefully be here next week, when you potentially steal this thing.
I mean, I've disabled a tracker on a ship before.
Well, you have. Which I suppose, because it's either mechanics to physically find it and remove it, or computers to electronically find it and disable it. Just either or, I don't really mind which. Right, so you're gonna attach to the ship, get inside before it jumps to hyperspace, then while it's in hyperspace, disable its hyperspace engine. Well, sorry, not its hyperspace, its hyperdrive, sorry, to forcibly pull it out of hyperspace. See what the cargo is. If you can take it in your starfighters, you'll do that. And with the possibility of taking the ship as well, it just depends.
Yeah.
If you can't,
I mean, I don't know if we need to like disable the hyperdrive. We just have to like, pull the lead.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I say that it will probably kind of damage the engine slightly, it'd probably be more like it would disable the hyperdrive temporarily by forcibly dragging it out like that. Which is where the repairs would come in. But yeah, so that's fun. Anything else you guys want to talk about before these guys show up?
Can't think of it. Other than maybe like if we're trying to like slice into the ship, probably if I have an computer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mainly it's with guns and knives right now, and I can't really medic my way through a door.
I could maybe mechanics it, but
Yeah, hot way the door.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think mechanics would probably be your best bet without computers, because you can either hack into the door, or, like you say, jury rig is open. At least temporarily, so you can, get in the damn thing. Right, so if no one else would like to talk about anything, so about a day and a half goes by, before you, you're kind of just sat there in the system with your stealth systems off because you haven't bumped into any patrols. Your sensors do pick up that there are ships emerging from hyperspace, so you very quickly shift your stealth systems back on. And the first ship that jumps out is a Nebulon B. Quickly followed by 2 dreadnoughts and 4 Imperial Star Destroyers. There are no corvettes in sight.
Seems like you got some duff information there, Rolo. Seems legit, you said.
Not much,
Now, Now
Mother
the,
bodies.
the Nebulon B is in the middle of it, and you would hazard a guess that the Nebulon B is probably the freighter in this case. Just because the rest of them are more about combat than, transporting shit.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Right.
Alliance Intel got this right fucking wrong.
Is this worth it?
I mean, we haven't seen what's on the ship yet.
Hmm.
Gotta get there.
Hmm.
So the upside of it being a Nebulon B is that, as you guys know, there are docking ports for starfighters, so you can just kind of get in those.
That makes getting inside much easier.
However,
Don't think they'll be
I
watched.
feel like they'll notice if it's like, oh, something's docking on a ship.
I mean, they didn't before. However, there's one slight problem. The Nebulon B appears to have a full complement of fighters on its outer outer docking ports. So,
Wow.
how do you want to go about getting on board?
Hmm.
They just seem to be like TIE fighters, so nothing too special.
I mean, yeah, we still can't be like shooting them out like in way. It's somewhat overt. I mean, we try and land on the hull and find a hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do. You can like attach yourself to the hull and then find a hatch if you want. Oh, well, try to find a hatch anyway. So, whereabouts are you landing? Whereabouts are you attaching? Are you going near the front where the bridge is, or near the back where the engines are? The issue is there's kind of like cargo. I mean, I suppose it depends like how you want to clear this ship, because it's a Nebulon B, and last time you had to vent the damn thing to get rid of them all.
Where is cargo? And then Nebulon B. I'd feel like the front because the back's all engines.
It's kind of near near the frontish. Yeah. So to keep in mind is that I mean, you'd guess that the cargo is probably kind of. I mean, because there's usually like gravity generators on board, but you've got no idea whether the vacuum of space would be able to suck out any of the cargo. So before you even went to the bridge to vent it out, you'd have to go to the cargo bay to check what's there and to make sure it's all locked down at the very least before going to the bridge to vent people out.
I mean, what's a few lost crates compared to...
I mean, we'll have all the time if we're jumping out at hyperspace.
Wait, what's that, sorry? Mike?
I said we'll have all the time we need if we're jumping out at hyperspace. So
I mean, it's not as if everybody, if anybody's hiding out in the cargo bay, that's not a big deal. We can just not open the cargo bay. The doors, right?
True, yeah, we'll just close the door.
It's not like there's only one button that opens every door.
I mean, yeah, we can go.
So essentially you can like seal yourselves in the bridge and seal the cargo bay. Well, all the cargo bays just to make sure. And then...
Yeah.
Then vent.
It's not like this
then
one
jump.
big red button that's labelled "Don't fucking press this."
the only way anyone can leave the ship is by bedding it.
Right, we're opening one of the hatches, boys, which means you're opening all of them. Strap yourselves in.
Strap yourselves in. Face masks on.
Yep. Well, alright, we've never been let out. Let's wait 20 minutes for all the air to come.
Close the door! Close the door! Okay, so so you said you want to land on the ship and try and find a hatch to get in towards the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Fell. 50 and below, 51 and up.
No.
Up. Okay then. So, you land near the front. You make sure to clamp your star, and you all have to get out with your spacesuits on, so you don't suffocate. But you do manage to find an emergency hatch, and luckily, it is unlocked.
Yeah.
Or at least can be easily unlocked without having to do any kind of difficult check. They clearly weren't expecting a rebel special forces team to latch onto their ship and find this emergency hatch.
How long is this going to be in hyperspace for? Do we know? Roughly?
To be honest, you don't really. I mean, you would guess from the distance, probably. Another 2 days.
Plenty of time.
Oh, actually, would it be 2 days or would it be more?
Would I know from previous Imperial service that if they were to discover an incursion on a ship during a hyperspace jump, they would pull out and call for help, or just keep fucking going and hope to contain?
I mean, because kind of like, coming out of hyperspace early, can damage the ship. They would likely just try and inform the rest of the escorts of what's going on, and then try and send security forces to deal with it.
You can't talk like an expert.
I think you can do some kind of at least how I've been doing it is kind of like short range communication with other ships traveling with you, which is how you guys were able to communicate during hyperspace.
Yeah.
Just so you're not sat there going stir crazy for 5 days on your own. Watching just kind of wave at you constantly.
Cat videos.
Right. So let me. I'm actually trying to think. Would it be just a couple of days, or would it be more? Because it depends on how good their hyperdrives are. Because I think Nebulan B's alright, but I don't think a Dreadnought is. Oh no, Nebulan B's 2. Ooh, and Dreadnought's 4. Ooh, no, it's taken a while to get there. This is actually probably looking, honestly, because I'm gonna guess that Star Destroyer is a bit better. 2, yeah. So, if the Nebulan B and the Star Destroyers were on their own, it'd probably take about 3-4 days. Because the Dreadnoughts are with them, you'd estimate somewhere between 6 and 8.
Could full week to kill everybody.
Yeah, plenty of time to clear out 1,000.
I'll make sure to download enough cat videos.
All we have to do is slowly kill them one by one. Then I go, I wonder where Greg went.
I'll slip in the wind as a fucking knife stick in his neck.
Then they'll all come to Greg's room one by one, and we can just stop them all as they come in.
Worse than scary.
So we just need to sneak aboard, wait for it to jump, and then we can do whatever we want.
Now,
Yeah.
sorry, there's one thing I would just quickly mention is that obviously because you guys were talking about pulling it out of hyperspace early by turning off the hyperdrive. Now that, like I said, it would at the minimum disable the hyperdrive temporarily, but you'd have to repair. However, like I mentioned, because pulling out of hyperspace early damages, at least disables or damages the ship, the rest of the escort will just keep going. So if you do it early enough, this escort has 6 to 8 days, I'll say 6 to 8 days still going forward before they can let anyone know what's happened and then try and turn around to come back. But even then, they'll have no idea exactly where you dropped out.
And all we have to do is make a list of things we need to shut off, which involves turning the turrets against them, and then venting, and then checking the itinerary so we've not fallen into a very big trap or whatever.
It'll be fine.
Or we can get on and find out it's the Emperor's fucking pleasure barge.
You have done well, my rebel friends. Now you will.
Looks like the corridor and the turret shoots him.
Die. I'm pretty sure you just deflect that with a lightsaber and then electrocute the turret and be like, "Was that the best you can do?" I am now Count Dracula.
I was going to say, why does he sound like Count Dracula?
I
One rebel operative. Two rebel operatives.
7 rebel operatives.
7 dead rebel operatives.
5 invented out of an airship.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably. I mean,
Are you ready
the
to?
whole...
Are you ready
Yeah,
to count
creepy
with
old fucker.
Palpatine? 1 dead operative, 2 dead operatives, 7 dead operatives. It is. Come here, Darth Vapor.
The greatest villain was around.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, you find the hatch and you do manage to get in. You, again, you're fairly close to the front, probably fairly close to the bridge, but you're not entirely sure how close. You don't know how many corridors you'd have to go through.
Map. We need a map.
Yeah. Now, I know it's still a little early, but I would rather do the rest of this when everyone is here. So I am going to call an end to the session here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to tell you what I was expecting, okay? So I expected, because obviously I mentioned that obviously all the external docking things before with the TIE fighters. What I was kind of expecting, and it would have been quite tense, but I'm kind of glad you didn't because you didn't have the computer people with you. Is you would have had to found some way. What I think it was find some way to detach the TIE fighters and attach your starfighters without them realizing.
That's
The-
very hard though.
Which means
Very hard.
it would have been a 3 difficulty mechanics check to find a way to just temporarily trick the ship system that there's still a starfighter attached. Which, in order to do that bit, you would have had to do a 2 difficulty computers check, and then another 3 difficulty mechanics check to detach the TIE fighter, and then someone else could bring the starfighter in. And you would have had to have done that in a fairly strict time limit before the ships jumped to hyperspace. That's what I was expecting. But yeah, so just the last thing I need to do for you guys today is experience. So, I will give you 15 experience points today. 15 experience. Right, so I want to thank everyone for watching. It's been Cookie38 and Friends. Sign off now, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.